Hi everyone, Filipina wife abroad here. Welcome back. Today we will talk about a well-publicized criminal case here in the US involving a young Filipino special education teacher who committed some horrible acts with a student. I'll be sharing most of the facts from the news. I'll provide the latest update to the case at the end and give my thoughts on this issue as well. She's Makana Masakayan, a teacher of Espanola Valley High School. She was arrested in July 22, 2022, and charged with two felonies for alleged abuse of a 16-year-old student. She's 28 now, originally from Dumaguete, and went to St. Paul University in the Philippines, I assume in Dumaguete site. She faces charges of criminal contact of a minor and criminal sexual penetration after New Mexico State Police investigated alleged incidents. According to the complaints, the student told his juvenile probation officer that he had proofs on his cell phone of a relationship with a teacher, and the latter told the student's parents, who then reported the information to the state police. The student told the police he met the Filipino teacher at a basketball game, and the two spent time alone in his truck. He said that while parked, they did things they were not supposed to. They also had contact in a chair with wheels in a classroom closet. Police obtained a warrant and started the student's phone, finding videos as well as text messages with the phone number listed the Filipino teacher's school personal file. The videos and text message conversations substantiate facts disclosed in the student's interview, including the basketball game, picking her up at her house, being investigated by the school, and her asking him to not tell anyone anything had happened, and both implying they had an active sexual relationship. The student had also told the officers he believed that the young teacher interacted similarly with other students. Meanwhile, the school did not notify the law enforcement even though the school district already held their investigation about the rumors of their teacher having inappropriate contact with students and ruled the rumors to be false due to claims by this teacher that her Instagram account had been hacked. So, the first update reported by the International Business Times on March 31, 2023, stating that the Filipino teacher will avoid jail after she pleaded no contest and state district court to three charges. She accepted a plea deal under which a charge was dismissed, and she was sentenced to 3 years of supervised probation on the remaining counts. The Filipina came to the US on a working visa, which was revoked after she was criminally charged. Her attorney said she plans to return to the Philippines as soon as possible, but the county magistrate court took possession of her passport to prevent her from moving back to the Philippines. The judge also included a provision in her agreement stating that she could never work in the U.S. public schools again. So the Filipino teacher is now facing a civil case in New Mexico District Court with 10 other defendants. The case is scheduled to go to jury trial beginning April 7 next year. So in the US, civil trials will determine the total award or settlement, then assign a percentage of this settlement to be paid by each responsible party. If one party cannot pay its share, then the other parties will have to pay their share. So even if the Filipino teacher is found to be 99% responsible, but she does not have the ability to pay, then her co-defendants will need to pay her share. This means her co-workers and the school will most likely have to pay the full amount, which could be several millions of dollars. So here's my thoughts on this case. First, this is a timely issue that concerns me because, as we all know, Trump won. Well, I voted, by the way, and I'm proud of myself on the other hand that I was able to exercise my right to vote here in the US for the first time. So Trump will be on his presidential seat very soon, and rumor that he will constrict the immigration. For a decade now, especially after the pandemic, US has opened opportunities to Filipino teachers, and that includes our subject today. And due to what she did to the student, many Filipino teacher applicants might go through more rigid visa procedure. Who knows? In addition, she has damaged the reputation of the countless Filipino teachers who are currently working here in the US. It's hard enough to make the transition in a new country and starting a new job in a new culture, but to also have the pressure of people who now look at you with suspicion, wondering if you're the next Mazakayan, the predator. Second, I can imagine this young Filipino teacher being overwhelmed when coming to the US and being surrounded by attractive and much older looking students than she had seen in the Philippines. I assume she gets lots of attention here because she's an attractive woman, pretty sure more than what she gets back in the Philippines. Or perhaps she got bored or depressed during the post pandemic. She was missing drama Getty, wasn't she? But guys, regardless of her reasons, she's a predator and that's unjustifiable. If it's the American female teachers involved, that won't bother me because it's on the news frequently. It's a trend. And in most cases, they're young and pretty American teachers like her. But a Filipino known to be conservative and from a province of Dumaguete is shocking to me. Because as a teacher myself, this has not happened in the Philippines that I know of, unless the female teacher and the student are very discreet. Nevertheless, it's wrong and immoral. So, third, apparently the student and his parents hired a very high profile attorney to sue this Filipina, the school district, and the school, and many of the employees involved in this case. Considering they hired this teacher but did not properly supervise her, and very disappointingly ignored the situation despite the habitual occurrences of abuse involving female teachers toward their minor students nationwide. Or maybe the school administration was confident with the teacher's credibility, knowing the Philippines is a conservative and a religious country. However, I feel horribly sad for the school district and all the employees who I'm sure are good people. This Filipino teacher has ruined their reputations and they likely have to pay huge penalties as a result of not stopping her from doing what she did. I also feel horribly sad for the student. He was not emotionally mature enough to handle what happened to him. While I find the Filipinos' behavior repulsive, I still feel for her struggles. Hiring lawyers is very expensive in the US, and to pay both for the civil and criminal case would take more money than most young teachers have. Because the way the US law works here, the civil case with penalties can be much more harmful to the person than a criminal case. While the Filipino teacher escaped jail, she'll never be able to truly escape from a huge civil penalty. She's probably ostracized from the US Filipino community in her state and probably her relatives in Dumaguete. So, guys, once the trial begins next year, most of the details that have not been released will be made public, and we can get a better idea of exactly what she did and when she did it. I hope she can find peace and her victims are capable of forgiving her. I hope you found today's video interesting, and if you have a topic that you want me to cover, let me know in the comments or message me through my email in the description box. Guys, thanks for watching. Please remember to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't done so. And I'll be back again next week with another interesting video. Bye.